What is going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Ace Salmon here, back with our video, and today we are here and we are going to be ranking my top tight ends from this 2024-2025
There's
season.
some things we should go over before I start the list.
First of all, this is based off this past season. We're going to be going off stats and team success. So some guys that you think might be higher skill tight ends might be lower based off stats and team success, as they might have had a bad season. The next thing that I will be asking y'all is if you guys can subscribe to the boy. We are 20 subscribers away from 500, which is a big milestone to me. So make it happen, guys. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. And y'all can do it right now while I'm yapping. Also, make sure to check out my videos, guys. I upload twice a week. I do IRL, NFL content. So I'll do top 10s. I'm going to start doing draft stuff every Friday. So make sure to check that out. And I also do a video game, like a sports video game a week. I'll do Madden, 2K, NHL maybe soon. We're going to start MLB soon. So make sure to stay tuned. It's going to be an awesome year, guys. And make sure to comment any recommendations or feedback down below and like the video. But besides that, guys, we're going to get into that number 10 spot right now. Coming in at this number 10 spot, we have Zach Ertz from the Washington Commanders. Zach Ertz had a very interesting season. He was very clutch for this Washington team. He made a bunch of big plays for them. And, you know, he made plays, like I said, when they mattered. Zach Ertz helped Jayden Daniels in his rookie year and helped the Washington Commanders go to their conference championship game. This season, he had 654 yards and 7 touchdowns, which is a pretty good season for Zach. He also played in all 17 games. I could not find any Zach Ertz Washington Commanders highlights. They were all Eagles highlights, so unfortunately we had to roll with that. Zach Ertz is one of the best tight ends in the league for a while, and you know, he is getting older, so it was nice to see him have a very respectable year. I'm super excited to see what's next for Zach. Hopefully he can retain that amount of success he had this season, and hopefully him and Washington can go deeper into the playoffs and make that Super Bowl run. Overall, Zach Ertz had a great season, and that's why he's at this number 10 spot. Coming in at this number 9 spot, we have Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry had the best season of his career. At age 30, he posted 674 yards and 2 tuds. Hunter Henry has a big impact on the game. He's a good blocker, and he's actually a really good receiving threat that can help out the quarterback. He definitely helped out Drake May this year, and honestly, I'm going to be honest, guys, the Patriots sucked. I did not watch a lot of Patriots games, but whenever I did watch, Hunter Henry seemed to get involved a lot. Hunter Henry makes big plays. He's a tremendous blocker. He helps the team out a lot, and his impact definitely does not go unnoticed. I think every team needs a Hunter Henry, though. He is a very valuable asset to this team. He makes plays when called on. He does the right thing, and he's a great player. He blocks well, and I mean, what else can you ask from a tight end, man? Not all these tight ends are going to be crazy receiving threats. Some are going to be traditional tight ends that block well and can run a basic route, and Hunter Henry does that to an exceptional level, and he makes a bunch of plays. But he's also evolved, man. He's evolved as a receiver. He's been getting better and better each season. I'm super excited to see what's next for Mr. Henry, and that's why he's at this number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. Mark Andrews had a great season by all accounts. I mean, the way it ended was definitely unfortunate. It definitely took a little off his season, but Mark Andrews had a great season. He caught 11 touchdowns, which I'm pretty sure led the league in all tight ends, or for all tight ends. And he also finished with 56 catches for 673 yards. Mark Andrews had a great season, man. He made a bunch of big plays for them. He started off really slow, like really slow, like slow enough where everyone was like, is he washed? Is Isaiah Likely the tight end one? But then, you know what? He came back, he resurged, and everyone's like, all right, Mark Andrews is back. Mark Andrews played great all year, and unfortunately that drop in the Buffalo game really ruined his season. A lot of people hated him for that. But you know what? It's hard to hate Mark Andrews, man. He's a great player. He makes a bunch of tremendous plays. And unfortunately, things just did not go his way. It happens. And I'm sure Mark Andrews will prove everyone wrong once again. You know, he has come back in the past. This is going to be a year where he gets a full offseason to recover, work out. I think he will come back, and I think he will post great numbers next year. At the number 7 spot, we have Tucker Kraft from the Green Bay Packers. Tucker Kraft started in 17 games this year, had 50 catches for 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. Tucker Kraft is a very versatile tight end, great blocker, great receiving threat. It's only his second year in the league, guys. He's going to keep getting better and better over time. He is a stud at tight end. He is going to progress into a great tight end. I want to say all-pro, but dude, there's so many good tight ends now. It's hard to be an all-pro tight end, and especially with the guys coming to the league. I don't know if he'll ever hit the all-pro level, but he is a stud, I will say that. Great blocker, great all-around player, man. He makes tremendous plays all over the field. Great receiving threat, like I said, all video. And when you can block as a tight end, that's already so valuable in itself. There's tight ends that can only block, but him being able to do both makes him so versatile. And I really think that he is going to become Jordan Love's favorite weapon here. I think that the Packers are diversified. They don't really have a true number one option, and I think that he can become that at the tight end spot for them. Tucker Kraft is at your number 7 spot. Coming in at this number 6 spot, we have Sam Laporta from the Lions. Sam Laporta had a down year, in my opinion. He had a down year, but it's hard to have a year better than he had in his rookie season when he broke the Lions franchise record for tight end. He broke the most receptions for a tight end in a single season, the most yards for a tight end in a single season, and the most TUDs for a tight end in a single season. As a rookie for the Lions, that is ridiculous. So it's hard to live up to those expectations in your second year, and he had a little of a sophomore slump this year. But he still made plays when it mattered, and to be honest, it's hard to get burned in that offense. You have Amon-Ra, you got J-Mo, you got Montgomery and Gibbs. So with those guys right there, it is very hard to get yours. And Sam Laporta still ended up finishing with 728 yards and 7 touchdowns and 60 grabs. It's just, compared to the rookie year, it's definitely a little of a down year. Sam Laporta fits at this number 6 spot, but I'm excited to see how he continues to grow. Another second-year tight end that has a ton of potential to take over the league, especially with the Lions, man. The Lions' offense is great. It's going to be interesting to see how it is about Ben Johnson, if they still have that crazy style of play they had last year. I'm super excited to see how Laporta progresses and what's next for him. At this number 5 spot, we have Killer Trav from the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce had the lowest amount of receiving yards he's had in his entire career this year, which is just crazy. But he had 97 grabs, which is still a very good amount of catches, almost 100 catches. And he only had 3 TUDs, by the way, which is a very low amount for him. Travis Kelce, though, is still a very good tight end. I think he has lost a step a little, though. You can kind of tell by watching the games. But still, Travis Kelce is a great catcher. He can catch the ball well. He's a great receiving tight end. And he can't block. His blocking has ultimately really fell off. But he still makes plays when called upon. And he is getting a little older, and it's expected from him. I only think he has 1 more year left or 2 more years left. I think his career is on the downslope. I think it might be time for him to hang it up. But Travis Kelce, got to give him credit, one of the best tight ends of all time. He still makes plays, and he's still doing it at a pretty high level. When you look at the other tight ends and their stats, it's not that much separated in them. Coming in at this number 4 spot, we have a Miami Dolphin, Jonnu Smith, baby. Jonnu Smith set his career highs in pretty much every category. 88 grabs, 884 receiving yards, and 8 TUDs, which are all his career high. Great year, great stats. He was pretty much the focal point of this Miami Dolphins offense. Him and Devon Achane, of course. Devon Achane also 8 receiving, but that's for a whole different video. But Jonnu Smith, man, great season, especially dealing with the backup quarterbacks. He did not deal with the best quarterback situation. Tua Tagovailoa was hurt a lot this season, so he had a lot of backup quarterbacks and throwing him the ball. And when he did that, he played quite well, actually. Still, Jonnu Smith had many great moments this year, especially against the Jets. They threw him the ball 0 times in the regular game, and then in overtime, he ended up with 4 catches for 60 yards in the game-winning touchdown. So Jonnu Smith is a very clutch player. He made tremendous plays for this Miami Dolphins team that was very disappointing, but he was one of the players that stuck out this year and was a bright spot on a very, very down Miami Dolphins team. Coming in at this number 3 spot, we have Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona had a stud at tight end this year. Trey McBride went for over 1,100 yards and 111 grabs. That is ridiculous. Unfortunately, though, he only had 2 touchdowns this season. That was a big joke during the course of the season. When will Trey McBride finally get that receiving touchdown? And he finally got it, I think, in week 16 or 17. Trey McBride, though, had a great season. He made so many tremendous plays, everywhere, all over the field. He is a true weapon for that Arizona team, and Kyler Murray actually loves Trey McBride. Kyler Murray force feeds him the ball every single time, and Trey McBride usually makes it work. Trey McBride makes a bunch of plays, man. He is a stud. He's an awesome player to watch. Also a good blocker, too. But Arizona, they have their tight end of the future. Trey McBride is here, and that's why he's at our number 3 spot. Coming in at this number 2 spot, we have George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers. Kittle had over 1,100 yards, and he had 8 touchdowns this year to go with 78 grabs in 15 games played. George Kittle is a stud. He's always been a stud, and the best part about him isn't even receiving. It's his blocking. He's an extra offensive lineman, essentially, which is crazy because of how skilled he is when he catches the ball. But George Kittle is a freak all around the field, pause. But he's a great player, and he makes tremendous plays everywhere. And this year was not their year, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Brock Purdy got hurt. They weren't a good team this year. Christian McCaffrey was hurt, very banged up offense. Brandon Ayuk was out, so a lot of attention was on Kittle. And Kittle still made a lot of great plays this year, and he did what he had to do, and he made the most out of his unfortunate situation. George Kittle is an awesome player, awesome person, great tight end, and I'm super excited to see what's next for him. I say it with everyone, but George Kittle is 31 years old. When is he gonna regress, man? He's been in the league for 8 years now. So how much longer is he gonna keep up this elite level of play? That's the question I'm trying to ask. But George Kittle, I think he's a great player, and I'm super excited to see how he does next season. If this 49ers team is better, maybe if they can go back to the Super Bowl and finally win one. Coming in at this number 1 spot, we have Brock Bowers from the Las Vegas Raiders. Brock Bowers broke pretty much every single rookie or tight end record that you could have, man. He is just ridiculous. He actually broke the overall receptions record for rookies in his single season, so that's just crazy. But he had 112 grabs, almost 2,000 yards, and 5 touchdowns in 17 games played. Crazy, right? Brock Bowers is a freak of nature. I mean, but we all knew it. If you watched him play at Georgia, you knew he was like this. You knew he had this ability, and you knew it happened. He did this on a not very good team. This team was kind of awful. This Las Vegas Raiders team sucked. They don't have a quarterback. And he still put up those crazy numbers. Brock Bowers is here, and he is legit. Wait till they get him a real quarterback. It is game over. This man is going to be the most dominant tight end of all time. Mark my words. So just write that down, that I say is going to be the most dominant tight end of all time. But that is the video, guys. That is it. We are done. That is my top 10 list. If you guys enjoyed the list, make sure to like, comment, and leave any recommendations down below. Also, subscribe to the boy. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Also, if you want to see my other top 10s, I have a whole playlist on my channel. I have quarterbacks, receivers, surprises. We're going to keep doing these every week, so make sure to stay tuned and check them out. You guys will like them. I hope you guys do check them out. But for now, guys, it is your boy Solomon, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.